Get entertained. There's nothing like listening to Elegbete TV radio. It's fun. This is radio like you never heard before. Elegbete TV radio, the platform radio.
And that's all, folks. It's Elegbete TV radio. Follow us on social media at Elegbete TV radio.
Hello, everybody. What's up, people? My name is Timmy Dakolo, and you're listening to Elegbete TV radio. Stay tuned.
Elegbete TV radio. Redefining broadcasting. Listen.
All right, looking at my brother there. Yeah, Kari, I can see your eyes, Qatar, this lovely morning. All right, good morning to everybody, all the way from Lagos, Nigeria, somewhere in the Aja Metroplex. My name is Idafe Matthews. You love to call me the Elegbete on spot. We're here for the next 1 hour to talk about all of the sporting headline, talking point, everything that is going on in the beautiful world of sports. If you want to rant about the Super Eagles or about Ghana, about anything, you want to celebrate the fact that Pep Guardiola have extended by a year, you should come on the comment section and put your comment or your rantings there. If you also want to ask any other personal questions, any question anyway, I'm here. Don't ask me about Elon Musk money. I'm not his account manager. Don't ask me about the appointment that Donald Trump is making. I'm not a Republican. I'm just my own person here. I'm a sport or football analyst, being in the studio doing my thing the way I know how to do it. Yes, sir, I'm wearing the Galatasaray jersey. Before it gets rotten into your head, this is not an Osimhen jersey. Jersey. Shut up. I like. Yeah, let's do some sporting things. Timothy Daimbo, as consistent as ever, I've also put up some very, very fantastic guys up here. You will hear Kelechi Iheanacho on this show today, talking like an Agbero, like a garage, motopark garage guy. I almost thought it was one of the National Union of Road Transport Workers staff that was talking at the beginning. I guess you would listen to him and you would think the same. But well, if you don't think the same, Kelechi Iheanacho will talk about the fact that life is really not balanced. Cinnamon Kells, as you guys call him, not me. I've got some funny way of comparing the World Cup qualifiers and the Nations Cup qualifiers in his own language. You will hear that the journey for Rafael Nadal have come to an end. Yes, finally yesterday, Netherlands beat Spain in Spain, and the journey's come to an end. Many titles, many games, many battles, but then every good thing have a way of coming to an end, no matter how good and beautiful it is. All things bright and beautiful, the Lord God made them all. But then, also the Bible also said that, and it came to pass. Yeah, this wonderful Wednesday morning. I'm feeling good. I don't know how you're feeling. I'm feeling good. I don't want to rock somebody like the Mohit guys, but I'm just feeling good. And I got a feeling that it's going to be a great day today, whether you agree or disagree. That's your business. It's got nothing to do with how I feel. Yes, people say that, they choose to be, some people go from being man to being woman, whatever they want to be called, whatever they want to be addressed, whether Bob Risky or Ibrahim Idris, whatever, is a choice thing. But my choice is that I choose to be happy today. I identify as a very happy man today. I identify as a billionaire, even though you will not agree with me because you're jealous. If you don't see me as a billionaire, you have eye problem. It's not my fault. Yes, because a couple of days ago, I had a bet with my man Friday, Bobby Ukaigwe, and he said that Thomas Tuchel would win a trophy for England, even though he's adjusted it on Twitter that for as long as the contract runs, that's how the bet will go. So if they renew, the bet is still on. I am very, very confident. It's like taking Pep Guardiola to go and coach Tottenham Hotspur. I know he will not win anything. I will bet my life. I'll put my head on the slaughter slab. I said, cut off my head if Pep Guardiola win anything with this team. Because I know he will not win anything, so there is no need to worry. I could put my head there and go to sleep. Yes, put the hangman nose on my neck. I know I will not die. Because Tottenham Hotspur, they're a shitty club. England, the only trophy they will win is the song. It's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming home. It's not coming anywhere. So I know that somebody reached out to me. So I've got like 9 people already reaching out to me that they want to buy the wristwatch, the Omega wristwatch, in case I don't need it. So I have market already. I have product on the high sea coming. Hey, oh God. You know, my mother used to say that if somebody promised you substantial money, 4 years or 5 years or 10 years from now, and you are sure that that person will give you the money, there is no devil in this world that can kill you. So I already know that I'm rich. I don't care what anybody says. I want to check the price of the wristwatch. Is 63 million naira. Somebody asked me, are you sure that Bobby have the money to buy you Omega? No, I trust my friends. I have rich friends. I have successful friends. So don't ask me a foolish question, Mr. Jude. Mr. Jude, that question you ask is a foolish question. Are you sure that boy that is always wearing his cap in your views from the stand, you sure he can buy you a wristwatch of 63 million? I tell you what, my friends can buy me private jets. So I'm feeling like I'm a millionaire. I'm a billionaire right now. If you don't like it, now you know. But how in this world I will just wear this for 63 million for this hand? Yeah. Even my brother carry a deck with vest for me. There are a lot of people to take care of. I'm the backup. I don't have any backup. I'm the backup. I'm the guy they call when shit hit the roofs. So that wristwatch, Omega. Hey, now I'm 9. I know why God say I'm the Alpha and the Omega. But so we have a wristwatch to sell. Please, guys, be looking for markets, more market. The more the market, the more. I'm going to auction it on this show. I'm going to auction it. If you are ready, so they gather your money, they come. They look to Mastuko, they gather your money. No worry. Forget about my car because my car will still be there. I would even buy another car to join in because I know for sure that England ain't winning anything. England ain't winning anything. They're not even going to see the semi-finals of the World Cup. Yes, they say some coaches are cup coaches. I don't understand what that means anyway. In my home coaching and football career, I don't understand what people mean by somebody is a cup coach. Roberto Di Matteo won the Champions League. Since then, he's not coached anywhere again. Is he a cup coach? The players just agree sometimes to say, you know what, let's go for this last dance. The season is going bad already, let's go do it. It's not because they're a cup coach. Nobody's a cup coach. A coach is a coach. You win or you don't win. Yeah, that's why I see it. This is how I put it. If you agree, you agree. If you don't agree, that's your business. I'm entitled to my opinion. I'm entitled to what I say based on my facts. But your reaction is not my responsibility. That's yours. Okay, the line is the line until monkey go lick 'em. The line, I've never stopped being the line. It's always the line. Until monkey lick 'em, my face can do yakpa. Like shit worry a bit. Okay. I don't want to spend money for you people. Let's have some fun, okay? Pep Guardiola have extended by 1 year. You know the November magic. I told you guys, I said until we get past November, we cannot say Pep will not renew. Pep have always signed contracts in November. Yes, because the Baba that did the jazz for him told him that every contract to sign must be signed in the month of November. Not before, not after. You have to sign in the month of November. There is something about November. Yes, something about November that you should always remember. If you sign in November, everything will go well. If you not sign for November, you will shut your eye. So you have to sign in November so that the jazz that I do for you, the voodoo, will work well. Just like they told Jose Amorim, work for any club for only 2 years. He went to Chelsea and he decided to do 3 years. Season number 3, he cried. He went to Inter Milan after winning the treble. He said, no, I love this place too much. Leave me, I will stay here. This is my home. He tattooed, and the Lord bless us, Ebenezer. And then Inter Milan turned on him, and he was crying like a homeless child. He said, Jasmine, I told you when you came here to Ivory Coast to do your juju, I told you 2 years. 2 years! 2 years! 2 years is what you would enjoy. What's that Bovis movie again? That Bovis series. That series, eh? Oh, God. We did that, Bobby is brilliant to write script that makes sense. If you go watch it on Prime. Go watch it on Prime, you would understand what I'm saying. What's the title of that Bobby's movie again? But just search for it. It's Bobby's series. Very, very good. And then I was watching this Mexican series on Gobonable. Damn it! I don't know if you guys watch TV show, but me, I'm a TV and music kind of buff. That's the kind of thing that I do. I do for fun. I watch TV for fun. Okay, and if you don't like it, forget about it. But if you like it, you should enjoy it. That's the way I roll. I like to watch TV a lot. I like to see what people are doing. That's why I like IPTV. Okay, and I've got a friend who makes it easy for you to have. Okay, Kenny P makes it easy for you to have. He sorts out your whole buying, your whole subscription. You just, keep his contacts. Anytime you want to renew your subscription, just go to him. But make sure you have good internet too. If you're going to depend on all those, your 2 MB to do your this thing, just forget about it. You could just you chauffeur. You chauffeur, you do I like you shop or go, you chauffeur. Let me look for it. So the Arsenal fans are now wondering who's going to come in next. Who's got the job next after Edu? But there's a guy who's coming who's good at scouting young players. So we're going to go back again to that circle of young players and struggling. Where is Victor Malalu? It's been a while. I've not seen him. I hope he's okay. Somebody check up on him anyway. And where are all my signed up members of this channel? Have you guys begin to disappear now? Well, let's come to the stories. This morning, I came here to have fun this Wednesday. If you're not here for fun, that's your business. Well, let's start with the motor park. Let's go to motor park garage. Let's go to the motor park. Let's go to the National Union of Road Transport Workers and get Kelechi Iheanacho. I think he wanted to use a Kelechi night bus to go to Spain. I don't know, but when he was talking there, it was in the Nkwobi and Odeku mood. It was not in the football mood. If you think I'm lying, listen to this. Okay. So, having qualified for the AFCON 2025 in Morocco, as Nigerians, the larger focus now is qualifying for the 2026 World Cup. I say to you, I put it to you, Nigerians, you are not going to the World Cup. You will go watch out for IPTV. You will watch it on TV. You will follow it on live stream. Streaming at the work. And then they live streaming. FIFA is too brutal. FIFA is brutal. It will block on the streaming platform. The Eagles are 3 points from 4 games. Sorry, Timothy Dem, but you're not seeing where. It's 4 games that we've played. You forget that we played Benin Republic and they beat us 2-1. What's wrong with you? You forgetting that part. We draw with Lesotho, we draw with South Africa, we draw with Zimbabwe, we lost to Benin Republic. Timothy Dem, it's 4 games. Don't come and put me in bad place to give people wrong information. Which put the team on the back foot already in a group that includes Rwanda, Benin Republic, South Africa, Lesotho, and Zimbabwe. You not get yourself for that. You don't put their name on this. On this issue, Kelechi Iheanacho says the way the Eagles have to approach the World Cup qualifier from next year is by going hard into the games with a stamp of authority, saying they have to approach it with red eyes. He said this while speaking to Modo Victor in an interview. Went to Unna, one Delta Igbo and one Wori boy, they get together. They talk in different style. These boys are talking a different style because Kelechi Iheanacho you're about to hear is the one that is high on something. It's the motor park garage. This boy just showed that he was a conductor before. It's not only Victor Osimhen that is a conductor. There's something about him. If you finish a football career, transport business will not be bad. Even though he's not a Benin boy, but transport business will not be bad for him. Let's hear from Kelechi. Kelechi Iheanacho.
Local qualifiers. If we come in, we just need to know that this thing is very, very serious and it's very, very important to us. You understand? We need these games. We need to win this. If we go there, we don't need to lose any game until we finish that World Cup qualifiers. We need to really put our stamp and our stand now and go there. We have a strong squad to deal with these countries. So we need to just go there with red eye and just win all these games. You understand? Because I know you can't say this one World Cup and AFCON and all that, but yeah, but this is World Cup qualifier. You know how big it is. So now we have how many draws? So, and these people will beat the way they down there. I think they up for that World Cup qualifiers. Now the thing I can't put it straight, you know. You understand? I can't put it straight. They are the ones that are ahead of us at World Cup qualifier, but they are down. See, this like no balance. So no, we don't have to be there. We don't have to be there. I can't wait for it to start so that we just go there and do this so that everybody will rest, so that everybody, the country won't be shaking that we won't go to World Cup and all that. So everybody will rest. We put that one aside and win all those games by God grace. Yeah.
Elegbete TV Radio. We dare to lead.
Yeah, it's obviously a big challenge, you know.
Well, you have a head Kelechi. I like this part of Kelechi. I like this one. It's just that for me, because I would do Kelechi a very stupid boy. You're not gonna have me to talk. Yes, I know they hide her to talk. I'll tell her to your face anytime. A very idiot boy na be. But having said that, this very part of her, I like her. Now just say, bring it to the game. Don't talk like Agberu for corner finish. When match time reach, you call the play like a pregnant cow. That's it. There's not a day will not come when I will support that. True, to be very honest, I agree that other African countries are growing, but Morocco beat Lesotho 7-0. So I don't think it's about growing, it's about the big teams not imposing themselves. Because if the big teams are imposing themselves, there's no way Benin Republic, CAF have even been nice to us, always putting us in easy group so that we can easily, rise above them. But then we struggle, we draw with Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe, when they use $3 billion, still they buy one bread and 2 eggs. You know how depressing. When they talk of inflation here, they did for depression. That's when people come and play us and follow us play draw. So bad, some countries say never get stadium of their own. They go from southern region of Africa, come play match for Rwanda. They'll follow us play draw. Let's move on. Let's go to Europe and talk to Michael Carrick. Manchester United fans are happy now. They're predicting good about their team. That's excited. So we saw Michael Carrick on the roadside and we're asking Michael Carrick, how far? What's going on with your team? Amorim is here. That name Amorim sounds like some Ethiopian voodoos and it's coming to come and do some magic for people. Man United and Middlesbrough coach Michael Carrick has given his perspective on Ruben Amorim taking over as Manchester United coachilla. Speaking of Sky Sports, Michael Carrick talked about how taking the job is obviously a big challenge for Amorim and a big expectation that comes with it, hoping that he does well at Manchester United. This one, I don't know how hard coaching work be, so he talks with tongue in check. Michael Carrick, one of the best passers of the ball while he plays for Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester United. Thank God the Les Spurs who have 1-0 also.
Yeah, it's obviously a big challenge, incredible football club, obviously huge and big expectation, and it's where you want to be in terms of testing yourself against the best, and he's there, and I hope he does well. I'm obviously a supporter, and my family are, and we love the club as well, so it's I really hope it works out. There's good players there, good people in the club, and hopefully he goes there and settles in really quickly.
Elegbete TV Radio. We are not just about radio, TV, or YouTube numbers. We are all about connecting with people and creating a community of great minds and values.
Yeah, yesterday night I was on 54 Football X Twitter space, the boots. People, they rant. Nigerian journalists, they rant. In my mind, let me tell you, if you want that space, let me tell you, why Nigerian journalists, then they rant because they like Nigerian football. All those football journalists, they rant, most of them. They were ranting because the content that they create, it does sour. They rant like monkey will lick line because the content sour. They were expecting us to win, and you know when you do interview, when we say they time ban or it is set to certain paradigm. It is hard to come put a mat once they lose match, and most of our content creators they use their own arrogance till they do content. You know, do content when we say they time banned, it can sustain forever. So once the team lose, they were ranting this is not love for Nigerian football. You know why I know it's not love for Nigerian football? When do you see them rant like that when the under 17 lose or the under 20 lose? When do you see them rant like that when Nigerian teams on the continent lose? Or when do you see them rant like that when the league is not doing well? When do you see them rant when Star Times and Bet Nigeria conspire to derail the broadcast of the league? They don't rant, they keep quiet. They all form like it no matter, it don't mean anything. If you love football, look all over the world. Look all over the world. Tosin and me talk. Where in the world do you see football journalists focus more on their senior national team? In England. As a matter of fact, all the podcasts coming out of England are built around their league and the clubs in the league. Spain, Germany, France, Italy. All the noise around football is built around the league, the clubs. You hear ultras of AC Milan or ultras of Inter, ultras of Napoli, this one, that one. In Nigeria, everybody is all about Super Eagles. So when Super Eagles do bad, not because they love Super Eagles, but because the value of their content depreciate like Nigerian Naira or like Odmama Breast, they start ranting. I'm sorry, you continue. Me, I don't need Super Eagles to do content. I keep saying it. I tell people every day. I would always be able to do anything I want to do. Yeah, one player that I love so much, play for Man City, play for Newcastle, was always willing to give his all. People don't like him, but I love him because, again, I love passion. If people are passionate, when people are passion-driven or passionate, I just like them because I know that a little nudge in the right direction, they will get it right. And this man, you can never argue against his passion. Yes, last night, Craig Bellamy's resurgent Wales side clinched promotion to the top tier of the UEFA Nations League. Wales came from behind to earn an impressive 4-1 victory over Iceland, and with Turkey suffering a surprise defeat of Montenegro, the result secured Wales' place at the top of the group, leading to promotion. Bellamy, who has enjoyed the best start of any Wales coach in history with 3 wins and 3 draws from 6 games set, his team has achieved their target. He shared this in an interview with Sion Defield of S. Guru, a Welsh-based football TV show. What is the name? After the match, this is what Craig Bellamy had to say, the passionate one.
Yeah, the feeling hasn't quite sunk in yet, but it's been a real positive camp. But whatever the result of this game would have been today, it's just been a positive camp. The targets we set right from the start, I feel we've been able to achieve. We achieved it quite quick. But there was 1 or 2 tests today which I feel we've been able to progress. Maybe if that would have happened a couple of games ago, we might not have been able to push. But I feel where we're at, you go 1-0 down in the first few minutes and you get a performance like that. Then after that, when the crowd tried to get a little bit edgy, try to force things for us, no, we keep the ball because we believe that's going to benefit us, and the players were able to do that.
Mesdemoiselles, mesdames et messieurs, je vous dis bonsoir. Je m'appelle Oufama Magdamot et ce soir, je suis avec Elegbete sur Elegbete TV Radio.
Yeah, this is my sister, Oufama Magdamot, somewhere in faraway Australia. That's where that babe is, having fun, living her life. Yeah. In the news, there's plenty story, but the biggest story in the news is the fact that Pep Guardiola's new contract is fabulous news for English football. his impact will live on even if Man City are brought to their heel by the 115 count charges. Whatever, we're waiting for that one. At least it will take up to March next year for us to see what will happen. But let's see. Real Madrid wonder kid Hendrick emerges as a shock target for Premier League club with the 18-year-old starved of playing time at the Bernabeu. The boy wants to move. 2026 is a World Cup year, and he believes that if he's not playing, he will not make it for Brazil to the World Cup in North America. You know, he wants to move. Manchester United are very, very happy. According to the story, everybody, the players are happy. Always happy when a new coach comes in until things start going wrong. Well, the owner, the evangelist himself, is conducting a crusade. Evangelos Marinakis, the owner of Nottingham Forest and Olympiacos, says he wants to buy another iconic club with former Arsenal player and chief Edu said to take the global role under the Greek businessman. This man is curating clubs after clubs after club. He must know something that we all don't know. But then let's see. Let's hope that Edu will succeed there, because I think he came in with some good stuff, and I hope he gets it going. Tyson Fury's brother John Fury throws a glass of water at Darren Till as the former UFC star press conference with Tommy Fury descend into chaos as the Liverpoolian threatens to kick him in the face. I feel like they do all these things on stage. Yeah, and went back to watch the Mike Tyson fight with Paul Logan, and I can safely conclude, that fight was rigged. It's my position. The fight was rigged. Not two ways about it. Mike Tyson was paid 20 million to just, let the fight go on for that long and nothing else. It's just pure entertainment. Well, still rubbing off the headline is the Pep Guardiola agrees to sign new contract at Man City with plenty of time at the Etihad set to reach a decade, which is 10 years, in blow to their Premier League rivals. Okay, and then at that also, Man City, there's a story that Man City are also shopping for their next manager. It could be Vincent Kompany if he does well with Bayern. It could Xabi Alonso. It could be Xabi Alonso if he doesn't go to Real Madrid, and it could also be Arteta. If Pep Guardiola leaves, they could say, okay, you know what, we need him. Let's say the story is that if Arteta give Man City another chase this season, whether they Arsenal wins the title or they come second, it will be clear that this is the guy that can sit into City. So we're waiting for that one. Rival fans are already fearing the worst as Pep Guardiola agrees new deal that could keep him at Man City until 2027. Wow, everybody is shaking. Ruben Amorim must find ways to improve Manchester United without costly additions in the transfer market, and the writer is suggesting some solutions. We shall see how that goes. Well, in boxing, in fight, it's been the hardest year for my life. Tommy Fury reveals why he feared he would never box again. As former Loverland star claim, he has turned into a machine ahead of return. Okay, let's hope that it gets growing. Arsenal are planning very hard to make sure that they increase the size of the Emirates. I think that they should also, getting some trophies. Increasing the size of the Emirates Stadium is good, but getting some trophies, and let's get past this whole 20 years, 21, now is 21 years counting. Get in the Premier League and then let the clock start counting again. Liverpool star Dominic Szoboszlai pulls off 99 minutes penalty to rescue a point for Hungary in Nations League clash with Germany. Germany are not really doing well. They're not setting in well the way I expect them to. But it's not a big deal. When the major tournament comes, that's when you will judge them properly. So let's see. But then talking about countries now, Spain and the Netherlands played in the tennis competition in the Davis Cup, and the Netherlands beat them 2-1. Following Spain's 2-1 loss to the Netherlands in the Davis Cup at the packed arena in Malaga on Tuesday, Rafael Nadal officially announced his retirement. After the match, an emotional Nadal delivered a heartfelt 15-minute speech to the sold-out crowd. Don't worry, I will not give you the 15-minute speech. No. I'm not here for that long. We'll just give you the summary. In his address, he expressed a desire to be remembered more as a good person from a small village in Mallorca than for the titles, records, and numbers visible to all, and as a kid who achieved his dream more than he ever dreamed of. Okay, let's hear from Rafael Nadal.
I in some way I said before, the titles, the numbers, are there. So people probably know that, but the way that I would like to be remembered more is He's like a good person from a small village in Mallorca that I mean, as I said, no, from a small village in Mallorca that I had the luck that I had my uncle that was a tennis coach in my village when I was a very very small kid, and I had a great family that had the chance to support me in every single moment. No, just a kid that follow their dreams, worked as hard as possible to be where I am today. And at the end of the day, being honest, a lot of people work hard. A lot of people tries their best every single day, but I am one of these that I have been very lucky that the life gave me the opportunity to live unforgettable experiences because of tennis. No, so I just want to be remembered as a good person and a kid that follow their dreams and achieve more than what I ever dreamed.
Get entertained. There's nothing like listening to Elegbete TV radio. It's fun. This is radio like you never heard before. Elegbete TV radio, the pathfinder for radio. And that's all, folks. It's Elegbete TV radio. Follow us on social media at Elegbete TV radio.
The beauty of dreams is when you are able to live it. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's hard to grow up in a small city, small town, small village, small community, small street, and you have these big dreams, you have pictures. I mean, in our time, so you guys have social media, so it's different. But back in the day, we used to have all this cut out from magazines. You get those pull-out pages and you put them on your wall, on your bedside. Sometimes it's a plane, it's a car, it's a bigger house. You just have all these dreams that one day I'll be here. And some people never get to live those dreams. But then some of the times, some very few people, the 3% of the 100% or the 1% of the 1%, anyhow you want to look at it, get to achieve those dreams and go beyond it. I'm not sure that anybody goes to sleep and give birth to children and the children are dreaming that one day I'll be going to space and coming back like it's Rumola to Rumokuta. I'm not sure anybody had that kind of dream. I'm not sure that somebody go to bed and when they wake up in the morning and say, my dream is I want to be president. Those kind of things are exceptional, but then they happen. Elon Musk is going and coming back from space like he's shot to just landed in the Sea of Australia. It's like, wow. When they say back when we're growing up, they used to say, Houston will have a lift. I'm like, this is only government that can do this. Right before my naked eye, we know where G-strings. Regular everyday people now have space shuttle. And then there are people who still beat their children for daring to say, I want to have a Lamborghini or a Ferrari. The other day, somebody came to my house and said, why is my 5-year-old boy, what are we discussing in his presence that he's talking like this? I told you, I want to get out of my house. Go, come and talk nonsense in front of my children. Ferrari, Lamborghini, we small Abibi for Dubai. It's not be country where we did, where we say you must pay for everything at it once before. Ferrari now something you walk into the shop, it's okay, this is what I do, this is where I work. Let me pay the money monthly. You go and drive your Ferrari, you crash it, you go and collect another one from insurance company. What's all these Nigerians? Poverty don't make us limit dreams. Now when somebody is dreaming big in places like Nigeria, they'll say you get long truths. Your eye too big, your mouth don't tear. Well, let's come back, Charles. Let's come back and see what you guys have got to say in the comment section. What do you have to say about Kelechi Iheanacho's Agbero talk, Michael Carey, Craig Bellamy? I love Craig Bellamy. I don't know if you guys know who Craig Bellamy is as a player, not as a coach, but as a player, I love him. I love his passion. I love players like Craig Bellamy, Eric Cantona, Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp. I love that guy that played for Chelsea. That's little Italian. Gianfranco Zola, Gustavo Poyet. Yeah. I love those guys. Dimitri Payet, West Ham boy. Sami Nasri. I like trouble people. I like stubborn players. I don't know. I don't like gentle. I like Kaká small, sharp, small. I like Ricardo Kaká when he's blistering from midfield into attack. I also like some of the gentle players. Gentle players like Kaká, Andre Bello. I like those guys. But naturally, my collection of players are the bad boys of football. The bad boys of football always made me understand that this thing called talent, it can turn mad people into superstars. I love Balotelli too. Someone said, you don't like Osimhen. I like him, but if he doesn't apologize to Finidi George, we did have that issue would just stand there like that. It would be there, and I'll be here because I know for sure. I know I will be here in front of camera and in front of microphone, and I will remind all of you. One small pikin in the future go insult to see me better insult. Una go say, it's coming, it's coming. May not be today, may not be tomorrow, but I know it's going to happen. And that time when it happens, I remind all of you, hey, don't ever say anything to this kid, because what does really goes around comes around. And what God cannot do, what do you guys say? And the church will say, does not exist. Well, let's come to your comment section and do. I'm having fun. If you're not having fun, that's your business. I don't know. You people like to go to church. This is my church. This is my congregation. In this one, I do not tell you people lies. What God did not tell me, I tell you that God told me. I just tell you sporting story and give you my own life lessons, whether you want to learn it or not. Well, bring your questions, bring your comments, your suggestions. Let's have some fun. Yeah, Kara, first man on the show today, 9:01 a.m. was when he showed up and he said, good morning, sir, good morning to you. Well, when your brother they address you as it always make you look like if I slap you now, since when I'm nonsense that, I'll come to Qatar, I'll get to you. That your fridge. If I come Qatar, that your fridge, I will just carry a throw up. And now I'll go pay you. Kalajai Ibrahim says, good morning, boss. Good morning to you. I greet everybody in the house. This one, now when I greeting day with the yesterday na International Men's Day, not be International Greeting Day. More than not turn my show to greet. What the warrior now? Which are bloody greeting? I don't know what those get. Excuse me. I'm just good morning, I'm greeting you. How are they like Sabinos? Better person. Edition Loverman says Pep renewal is a great news for Man City. The guy is doing Rolling Stone 2 years, money guaranteed in the bank. Gives him opportunity to always increase his salary. The man they deliver always. He's delivering as soon as no problem. Can P say Pep a full decade at City now? That's what you call longevity because he didn't win. It's winning. Now God will win. I don't get a lot. God will win. Once he get a lot, City win. No problem. That's just the way it is. Engineer Ibrahim Abiola, how are you doing? He said, I'm very much eager to see what level Tuchel will take England to seriously. He not going to take them any level. There is no level. He will not do more than Gareth Southgate. Can't do more than that. You motherfucker. That's great enough, yeah. Oh God. Some things that you hear as a child, when you grow up now, like try to repeat it, just make you laugh. Don't be silly. How many of you like me felt like don't be silly means silly, not silly, like SILLY? Like growing up, that's as a child. Forget now we don't know book, we don't understand. How many of you understood that all those things that they were saying that time? You this motherfucker. How many of you understand those things? That time. Okay, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Here go on. Kingsley says, good morning, boss. Good morning to you. I beg, why don't you attend Nigerian Super Eagles matches? No, I used to attend, but okay, so I think that there were too much media disrespect around the Super Eagles. So let me break down some things to you. It's a couple of years ago, leading up to the Qatar World Cup and the 2021 AFCON in Cameroon, me and my partners, we paid $200,000 to the NFF to do a documentary, and like an all or nothing kind of documentary. We titled it Chasing Glory. You can check a snippet of it on our website, atleast.com, so it doesn't look like I'm lying to you. And then when you go to Super Eagles camp, first of the players always act like idiots. That's the word. It's not. I'm not saying it because I'm not angry with them, but I'm just telling you, I've been in football all my life. there is a way professionals behave. The players will come to camp in a very lackadaisical attitude. They would carry unnecessary entourage, their friends, their excess baggage. But then when they lose, dumb, stupid social media based Nigerians will not tell you that it's the journalists that distracting them. Guess what? When you go to Super Eagles camp, like, okay, the last time I went to Super Eagles camp was June this year. It cost me 2.7 million naira to take myself and my crew to go. And with all that time that we spend, when you go to the training, they'll tell you have only the first 15 minutes. And the first 15 minutes, they're just standing around. They're not doing anything. There is really nothing to capture. And then after that, they chase you out. When they chase you out, you now see that they allow maybe 1 or 2 persons to get access. Well, I don't bother. I don't know the relationship they have. I just leave it like that. I mean, it's not a big deal for me. I always tell my team that my content is based on me and my creative thinking, not based on the Super Eagles. Because you can't build a channel based on Super Eagles that play only 7 games in a year. How do you want to survive on that? Then when it comes to the media day, and this is a place where everybody gets a misconception. That media day, so do not tell us that it's 15 minutes. Okay, 15 minutes, that we have 15 minutes. We're still thinking, we're still trying to process what 15 minutes means. So, and then they will not tell you, Kelechi Iheanacho does not want to be part of it. Wilfred the idiot doesn't want to be part of it. Like, I'm spending 2.7 million naira to come to this place, and then they'll come play the match. They will not go win. They'll lose. They draw against South Africa, go to Benin Republic and lose. So I spent 2.7 million naira for this nonsense. So I made up my mind that, you know what, Eagles camp is not worth it. There is nothing. If I cannot be the brand, the face of my channel, if I cannot create enough, and I think I love what we're doing with Views from the Stand. If you're not following it, it's your call. If we cannot become the face of the channel to the point where what we say means anything, millions of people were following me on Brilla. I wasn't going to Super Eagles camp, right? There must be something I was saying on that radio that was getting everybody tuned in, driving to work every morning. Even with the ones that doesn't like me, the ones that hate my opinions, were always on the station. Because when I go out, whether I'm going to the cinema, I'm going to ShopRite, I'm going, for a meeting, I'm going to eat buffet at Radisson or 4 Point or Intercontinental, I would definitely run into 10, 15, 20 people who tell me, oh, I listen to you this morning, I'm going to church. When I used to go to church at House on the Rock, every Sunday or midweek service is the same thing. So I just told myself, you know what? This Super Eagles camp is not a thing. I'm planning to go to Morocco next year. I'm not going because of Super Eagles. I'm telling my team already. Elevate your mind from Super Eagles. Let's go and cover the AFCON. Meaning, we will cover AFCON from city to city if we get the fund. It is not, Super Eagles, when they get knocked out in group stage, carry your bag and begin go home. No, I think I'm bigger than that now. I think that space, that ship, I've sailed a long time ago. I'm going to Morocco. I'm going to cover the tournament the way I can. I wish I could go for Chan in February, to go Kenya, Uganda, and one other country. No longer, I don't want to put myself in a place where I'm happy to be like beg to interview footballers. You know how stupid that is to beg to interview footballers. No, now. And then you now see them go to England or go to Europe and they go and sit down on some podcasts that they are doing in uncompleted building, and they'll be sitting down there forming work and hip hop. So Raskimono said them don't like me not like them. If Super Eagles players don't like us, I don't give a shit about them. They don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with them. Simple. They should go to hell and burn to blazes as far as I'm concerned. Me, I don't go to Super Eagles camp anymore. If I go to AFCON, if I need to go cover their game, I cover their game. The same way I go cover other countries and other teams and give you a report, update on what is going on in the AFCON. But say Super Eagles, man, we don't divorce. We're done. I was still paying the debt that the Super Eagles cost me, so there is no going to Super Eagles matches anymore. And Engineer Ibrahim Abiola says that this news of Pep renewing his contract for another 1 year is a thing to watch on for other EPL coaches. So, okay. Aaron Morris says, I am waiting for the bet to materialize so we can have a real evidence that you've been doing it right from the days of terrestrial radio. Okay. Now I don't need this bet to prove that I've been doing it. The evidence of the fact that I've been predicting this shit in football and getting it accurately is there. That there's a catalog. You know, people will not agree to it now, but one day I will die. My wife doesn't like me saying this to them. One day I will die. One day I will die. When I die, I'll tell you for free. Majority of the comments that you would have on social media the day I die, and it is announced, will be, oh, that guy that predicts, that guy that predicts, that guy that predicts, that guy that... That's what you will hear. Some people will bring out all the things that they screen grab. You know how when you predict something, somebody will just go and save it. That when it don't go wrong, I go use this to take trash out. Sorry, you've been saving it in your fixed deposit for so long. You not go fit trash me. One, oh God bless, I tell you, no man cause. You never hear that song? Okay. So just sit back, sit tight and relax. My predictions, I did think before I talk up. Peter wanted to say, Bovi movie, Visa on Arrival. No, that one I see. No, not that Visa on Arrival. Visa on Arrival, everybody, it's a very beautiful movie. It's on Netflix or Prime. Oh, where my wife now know all this all the name of all these movies. And because I won't put an eye for the show. You know the show for my all those Nigerian movies. I know they watch Nigerian movie. But when some of them come out in fact, it's very lovely. Bobby, Chidi Mokemi, Kafi, Bello. You know, it was a well. See, I don't like watching a movie where from the first 5 minutes I already know how the film is going to end. This one, the story was webbed well. It was well webbed. You know, a few errors here and there. I mean, we have it everywhere, even foreign movies. But you could, like, this is something that if you spend your time watching it and you're like, okay, I didn't waste my time. I enjoyed the entertainment value. I enjoyed the suspense and everything like that. It was very, very nice. There's kind of in it as well. It was good. For once, a movie where people join court, kind of know they court. It was strange, but I love it. I really do love it. Like Bobby stepping up every time, watching somebody grow, somebody that me and I go the same audition on the 29th of July 2004. Watching him grow the way he's growing and showing excellence in what he does really does excite me. You know, people don't like it when I say Bobby's the most intelligent Nigerian comedian, but for me, he is. Peter, I wanted to say, I'm feeling good today, but I don't only want to rock somebody, but I also want to cuddle somebody because it's minus 3 degrees here. You have a beautiful wife. Don't tell us. Your wife is a model. You have a cuddleable wife. Don't come here and be forming like you don't have permission. It's not like you are doing boyfriend and girlfriend. You have a legitimately, legally married wife. We all went there, pay bride price. They prayed for you. You drink palm wine. You spray money. You were a miracle on the day. So your license to cuddle and penetrate and produce. Your license. Go ahead and do your thing, man. Everybody say, make Kelechi and I beg with cha-cha-cha when no they show workings. Hey, Nigerians. Peter Ronaldo said, Kelechi is talking like a Nigerian politician, like Wike, sounding like Wike, who has held the job before, but he is now in the opposition, criticizing the current government after he failed to do the job when he had the opportunity. Nigerians, now Kelechi, now you need to address like this. So, Double Abel Brian says, make Kelechi show what is not be cha-cha-cha. How Rwanda go they top us for group? Wrong now. Precious Yeniwa says, Precious, how are you? He said, as much as your prediction is valid, I just want the prediction to fail for one reason. What's the reason? So that our brothers and sisters that want to use the avenue to move can do that at least. T-Pain is not smiling on anybody. You know, the funny thing with these World Cup qualifiers, people are thinking now that, I made this prediction after we have played 4 games. No, this prediction, remember, you know why they laugh people? When the draws was made, they made the draws like an hour later, and I made my predictions. And the Nigerians will never learn. Yes, very dark man. Where are you when I need you? They're going to learn. Yes, they're going to learn the hard way. When in 2016 the draws was made for the World Cup qualifier, the final phase of the World Cup qualifiers, Nigeria, Zambia, Algeria, Cameroon were in the same group, and I said this is going to be the easiest qualifying group we've ever been in. That we would qualify with 2 or 1 game at least to spare. Nigerians came at me with daggers drawn. All people like they will lay me for road. They want to Colombia me. I said, but why are you guys pissed off? Hey, we didn't qualify for Nations Cup. Why am I talking like this? They're giving me money because somebody is there. I was watching them. Did we qualify with 2 games to spare or not? If not for Shehu Abdullahi that we go and play, that had a yellow card against Cameroon in that draw, we actually qualified with 2 games to spare. But long story short, we qualified with 1 game to spare, 1.5 game to spare. And everybody rest. I remember that time a guy from South Africa, Super Sports, said, man, that guy must come to the studio. So I went for Monday Night Football and they were asking all the questions. How did you? I said, look, there are 2 ways to predict a qualifier. It's very easy. Who are the teams in the group? 1. 2, what is the sequence of your fixtures? If Nigeria were drawn in that same group and our first game is go to Cameroon and play, my prediction would have been different. But those basic little things that somebody like me who's an expert in the game would look at, you don't see it because it doesn't mean anything to you. Naturally, as a fan, and I'm giving you a trade secret now. Naturally, as a fan, you are looking at it from an emotional standpoint. Oh, Nigeria has superstars, blah, blah, blah. So when they did these draws again, and I look at it, we have Rwanda, we have Benin Republic. First off, I knew that Benin Republic, that's a red flag. Oh, no. CAF have set us up. Then we now have Zimbabwe, Lesotho, South Africa. And then because when I do my analysis, the first thing I do is, what is the footballing angle to this? What is the political angle to this? Now, let me explain the politics of football to you. The CAF president, CAF elected Issa Hayatou as CAF president in 1988. Nigeria played against Cameroon in the finals. The referee found a way to disallow Henry Nwansu's legitimate goal. Corner kick crossed and headed into the goal. Had the ball against ground, the ball went down and went up into the net. The referee figured out a way to call that ball offside. But not just that, first of that call demoralized it, but not just that, every move that had the potential of creating a goal scoring opportunity, the referee cut it off. I would not sit here because I don't have evidence to tell you that Issa Hayatou told that referee not to do it, but say we're humans, right? If my father is an army general and is sitting in the crowd somewhere and we're doing maybe some exercise, and the person who is conducting the exercise know that my father is there is a particular way he would treat that exercise to give me advantage. True or false? It's a natural, innate human thing. We need a professional reach there, right? That's the more reason why in your school that you attend, if the principal's child is in that school or the proprietor's child is in that school, they treat them differently. Not that they ask them to. Everybody just wants to be nice, so that at dinner table when they're having conversation about teachers, those students will always put in good word. Their salaries will come on time. They will not be sacked. They will not be troubled. I'm sure you get it. So once they put Nigeria and South Africa in the same group, you know that some Jehovah overdue referees will just want to please the CAF president, one or the other. And it is those little tiny margins. All this one we're still talking. South Africa had a chance to beat us clearly in Uyo if you watch that game. The guy who has always been Nigerian's tormentor on the day decided to be off. So if not that, those 3 chances he had, he's been having worse chances than that, and he converted them. Scored 2 in Uyo against Nigeria, where Masina Luka had to come and equalize. So I'm looking at that like, are we really serious? Are we really sitting here saying that we're going to qualify for the World Cup? But then you will see some Jehovah overdue referees that want to just impress the CAF president and say, I made the game fair. I gave a balanced game. And then you have Lesotho, Zimbabwe, who would, when push comes to shove, would rather see a Southern African team qualify for the World Cup, meaning that they would watch more of the World Cup. If a West African team is in the World Cup, they might not get the feel, the energy. So they watch more. There will be more commercial activation in the southern region of Africa than in the western or northern region of Africa. So all of these are the politics of the game. Then also the economics of the game as well, which is the advertising, the activations and all that. These are very, very deep thinking. And in that spur of that moment, when you're thinking, okay, so let me make a post. First, you know that you're putting your name on the line. You're putting your reputation on the line. You're putting everything you've worked for. For me, it's 20 years in media on the line. And then you put that post out there, and some 2 megabyte people who just recharge Glow and Adenuga dash them data will come and begin to comment underneath. Not understanding that all of these factors have been good measures, president shaking together, running over, put together before I make that tweet. All factors have been considered. And then when it begins to play out, they'll say, no, yeah, you were lucky, na fluke. It's like, still these fools. You'd say football now, the team where they play for feed, for that rectangular space. Okay. When I did that, they wait. When I say now the team where they play for feed. T-Pain or not T-Pain, nobody gives a hoot about T-Pain. They kidnap your national team, go Abakok for Libya. T-Pain not talk anything. You say that T-Pain now escape go America. Donald Trump they wait for now for border. Let's move on. Engineer Ibrahim Abiola say, to be honest, I can guarantee we can't beat South Africa at home. If not the same South Africa way I see playing yesterday against South Sudan, make we start preparation for another tournament after. No, we're not going to. See, no matter what anybody says, we are not going to the World Cup. 2026 World Cup is over. That mathematical chance that we have, it's not South Africa that will beat us. We will beat ourselves. We will implode. The Super Eagles won at the talk, so any small thing we have superstars when they play like pregnant cow. We can let you run like Malu because we never even talk. Where Victor Boniface go come Super Eagles now to create meme. You tell on Twitter. More will leave this the World Cup 2026 World Cup is over, done and sorted. I don't want to be a conversation again. Let's start adopting other countries that you will support. Look for countries you will support. Engineer Ibrahim Abela say, and maybe FIFA go fit help on that start. Help us increase the pool of Africa teams again. See, they just increase and will not go qualify. So, if they increase them to 15, Nigeria still not go qualify. They leave all this increasing of pool whether they increase pool. Now be increasing of pool. When there be only one country, some countries they qualify. When there were only 3 people they qualify. We are not serious. We're a country of 200 and something million people. We have only one stadium. Our national team not get camp. When they talk about those ones they are regional. We not get national team camp. See national stadium for Lagos. Be like shit. Be like whatever the shit put. I forget all this. Me, I know they do emotional blackmail. It doesn't work. Demola Benny Brian says, now only Super Eagles them they focus on. Even Super Falcons, when they get attention when they play the way those journalists do for Super Eagles. And then he went on to say, Guardiola know the tire, make him leave us now, make other teams safe, shine small now. See, the best way to win something is to win against a solid competition. I've always said that I would rather love to see Arsenal win the title when there's Pep Guardiola coaching. Too bad we've seen Jurgen Klopp leave, but and his lot have slotted in perfectly well. Than to say, finally Arsenal don't win title because Pep leave. I don't think that makes sense. If Arsenal wants to win the title, fight against Pep and win it. Last season you blew it. You had the greatest chance last season, you blew it. I don't know what's gonna happen this season. Brother Scope with Mr. Wale Akinton. Bracket Matrix Educator for only your YouTube channel. Now you got this plenty name. If person wants search, and they think the stress when you stress people for search. Great sports podcast. Thank you for choosing to be on the side of critiquing and criticizing constructively. The Gen Z Super Eagles who have chosen to fiddle with such. Now everybody understands you be teacher. When I they speak grammar. Simplify things. Sabi girl, I'm happy. This guy na shower fan. 1 minute she supporting Spurs. Next minute now Man City. When Man City now they do well again, she got to find another place where she want Miranda go Barcelona. I shall. Well, so they say I'm happy. My coach Pep decided to remain at City. Oh, you don't come back to be your coach again. What of Angel Postino? Matthias Abba Jacob say good morning to you, sir. Good morning to you. Let vibe continue. Pep still never tired. Okay, when I fear Pep like this, I don't know. The man like Brian say you will like. I love Joey Button. I love Joey Button. I love him. I love Pogas going. I love the bad boys of football. They are the real footballers. All these other make and honey players. Hey, get out of here. Football is not for nice people. I don't like nice footballers. What's nice? You're going to war, you're being nice. What's wrong with you? You're going to war, you will kick my leg eventually, you will punch me, you will head me. I be nice, be polite. For me, Itiose, he said just that's my baby girl. That's my daughter. Just want to say I love you and I'm your number one fan. That's my baby girl. That's my baby girl. That's Mona no go the go toaster. She don't marry. She's married with 3 kids. I'll jump up there and there. I'm a stabby father. Oluwase Adebowale say, why wasn't the Super Eagles documentary put out? Because we didn't complete it. We didn't qualify. The storyboard was chasing glory to see us make it to the World Cup, and we did. So we're trying to repurpose it anyway. We're trying to repurpose it and break it into something different from what the original concept was. Because again, if you write a story, we wrote it and Netflix signed up on it already, and you go and give them something else, that's a crime in its first place. So we didn't do that, and they also need to sign off on it first before we can repurpose it. And it takes a whole lot when it comes to this type of things. It takes a whole lot because they've already signed off on it. We did marketing. We did a lot of marketing with their name, with Netflix on it. So we have to detangle all of that in series of meetings after meetings after meetings. Nike, where we went to Nike in Netherlands to go and shoot their factory, the production of the Super Eagles jerseys. If you don't get a sign-off release on certain things, you can't use them. And this process takes a lot of time for that to happen when it comes to production. So that's the reason why we've not put it out. But I mean, it definitely will come out. Oluwaseyi Adebowale says that Bobby movie was good. I was locked in from the very first scene. Had a lot of plot twist. Very, very fantastic movie. If you say it, you understand what I'm saying. The odds are stacked against for this World Cup qualifiers. SA is very hot, just as Rwanda is also very hot. And Rwanda, it will make a very. So let's eliminate Nigeria and our emotions and our sentiment from it. Let's look at South Africa Rwanda from a holistic view. 1994, Rwanda suffered a diabolical genocidal war. You understand me? Ethnic cleansing. And it's still happening, but it's like COVID. COVID came in, everybody shut down. Now there's still COVID, right? But COVID is like malaria plus. It's not like no. If you remember, I told all of you that COVID will eventually be like malaria. Don't worry. Just take lime with warm water. Just hydrate and you're good, right? So if Rwanda makes it to the World Cup, it's a good story to tell. It's not just a Nigerian, it's not a bet right. If we want to go to the World Cup, we should be top in the group. But now, let's make a second alternative options. If Rwanda makes it to the World Cup, which is going to be the very beautiful story. South Africa are like England. They'll make it to the World Cup. They'll go there and go and sing money, all those their money songs. Sing song. And then they'll be there 3-0, 5-0, 7-0. They'll come back home. They'll say, we went to the World Cup. We played like Mumu Ghana. They beat them, they celebrate, say they score against Portugal. But I would love to see Rwanda go to the World Cup because they've done like a whole lot of investment. We've seen what they are doing in their place. And if you put in much, to whom much is given, much is expected. If you put in that much, you deserve to go to the World Cup. Nigeria is not putting in anything. Nigeria does not deserve to go to the World Cup. And our players are shit. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. You guys don't like it, but it's just the truth. The Lord says that even if the slot for Africa is 15 teams. That will still not qualify. That will still not qualify. Will not qualify. Maybe you're saying who will still not qualify, will not qualify. It's the best teams that qualify, no matter how high or how the numbers of the qualifiers. God will bless you. Adegoke Obembe, my man Friday, he said, there are more important issues to address about sports administration in Nigeria than just qualifying for the World Cup. Now we're talking. He's a sports administrator anyway, so he should know. My brother, how is Leicester this morning? Are you doing well, right? Chineye Okoye Leroy, I cite you. How you doing? That's a baby in the hospital there. Oluwaseyi Adeboale says, "Oh, I hope it can be repurposed. It would. It definitely. I mean, we have all the clips. What one is that do? One goes that buy snacks for Mr. Biggs. One is that buy pizza. We will repurpose it, but the worst thing you can ever do with a product is to pull it out and then you are dealing with litigations with international organizations because you don't know how it goes from here to there with content. You pull it out, if it flops, everybody will say, okay, no problem. But let's just imagine that like Money Heist, it goes from and Space Rocket. Everybody, vultures will come out now. Say you didn't get a release for you to use this. You didn't get a release for you to do this. You didn't sign off on this is the storyboard you gave us. This is what you've done. You've cost us damages. We've done advertising. We've done this, even if they've not done. But there's evidence. And then you now start making money and somebody else is taking. Look at Puff Daddy when he went to go and sing Every Step I Take, and then Sting is making money off the record like every single day. He's paying him $2,000. I mean, how much every single day till the day he dies. So think about all those kind of things. You have to like, okay, you know what? You don't want to put yourself in a place where there is a litigation, there is one problem or the other. Everybody have to be smart about it. Okay, and Oluwaseyi Adeboale says, "Oh, I hope it is repurposed and the documentary can be put out." I remember Arsenal All or Nothing had a bad ending of them bottling the top four, but was still put out regardless. No, that one was purposed to save Arteta's job. It was a one single entity production. This one is different. E.T. Mike says, why am me wasting time talking about Super Eagles? The day you stop hoping about them, the day you find peace. Peace of mind. Jerry Sampson, Mr. Funny Question. He said, Ross, can you mention or name your top 5 best Nigerian match you ever watched that make you happy? Top on that list will be Nigeria versus Russia. Saudi 89 quarterfinals of the Saudi 89 World Youth Championship. Nigeria versus Russia going down 4-0. First of the whole drama of watching that game in the night, black and white television on top of a drum, somebody using battery. Like I didn't know that that's even possible, that you can use battery terminal, connect the plug of the TV. And I'm sure that the entire crowd that is watching that match, most of them did not even see the game. But because you're small, you're a kid. I mean, I was like 11 going to be 12. And you're watching that game and everybody's getting angry. Everybody hissing. Everybody hissing and moving away. And then it's 4-1, 4-2, 4-3, 4-4. Freaking shit, man. Not seen anything like that in my life. In my entire freaking life, not seen anything like that. They exploded into a comeback of all comeback, and then you see Nigerians. No, you're not seeing the religious part of Nigerians praying. And when you got to penalties, and then Samuel Elijah, all these guys are going to kick the penalty kick. It's still like very clear in my head, and then you're like, wow. So football is this. You're a kid now, but you're like, wow. In that moment, you have that out of body experience, like, whoa, football is this, man. That's why you choose, like, I really want to play this football. This football, this football that can make people, they're playing football in faraway Saudi Arabia, somewhere in Daman. And people are here gathering and praying, holding each other. Men are holding themselves, women are holding, like, no. If you grow up in Warri, you understand. Urobo men, if you hold Urobo man wife like this, you go serve juju, you go pay, you go bring good. This time around, you see men and women, everybody hugging each other, and there's no problem. Hey, this is the game I want to play. That's when I fell in love with football with Maradona in 1986. But 1989, that was the game. My second one, even though I watched it first before my second one was Argentina beating England. in the World Cup in 1986. Never seen somebody play football that good in my entire life. Maradona, forget the hand of God. Maradona was ubiquitous, was an enigma, was Jesus Christ. Maradona could practically speak to the ball, was an Houdini with the ball. He could practically speak to the ball and the ball would listen. Like, it felt like footballers versus one magician. It wasn't like footballer versus footballer. There was footballers and then there was one magician who had extraterrestrial powers, who could manipulate the ball in such ways. You know, as beautiful as that is, there was another guy on that field that day who I felt if England had played him from the start, if they were not racially disturbed, Argentina wouldn't have won the 1986 World Cup. But then again, in life, when destiny is set on purpose, certain things will work against the opposition. If John Barnes had played that game from the beginning, England would have won that game. But hey, it is what it is. And if you go back and watch that clip, you understand what I'm saying. That's my number 2. Number 3. Number 3 was Nigeria versus Italy, July 5th, Monday, July 5th, 1994. And why I picked that game was because, as much as I love Nigeria, I was a diehard fan of Roberto Baggio. Now, I'd fallen in love with Roberto Baggio from Italian 90. Italian 90, I would have picked the Cameroon versus Argentina game, but let me keep that for my top 10 or top 15. Number 3, I bet on Italy to win. This is where my prediction in football actually really started. Like, I bet on Italy to win. Italy are very, very poor in the group stage. Terrible. They qualified with 4 points. Nigeria qualified top of the group that have Argentina, Bulgaria, Greece, and Nigeria in it. And we were very fantastic. So we're playing a third best losers from their own group, which is Italy. But listen, Italy in that game changed their goalkeeper to Magnelli, changed, some players, brought in Roberto Mossi, Dino Baggio had gone to the bench. It was a different team. Signori was in that team. And I'm looking at Roberto Baggio and I'm saying to myself, I told them before the match started they would beat Nigeria. And they were like, why? So for those of you who always think that I don't like Okocha, this is the day you would know why. And I said to my friend, Friday Mezurike Obunezi, and I told him, I said, for as long as Okocha go play this game, Nigeria not go fit to win. And I was explaining to him, so we were playing Chaparros at the time. And I told him, I said, look, for Chaparros, Parobo, Ogana Parobo, which is one of the most hardworking midfielder I ever played with. Bright Okpo, talented but unserious, right? And then, the Joneri, is South Africa now. And I used to tell him, I said, Obviously, you play on the wide, the best wide left player I ever saw play football, right? But he got injured. He got injured in SBS, and his career ended like that. And I told him, do you know how angry you get when Bright Okpo, instead of to give you the ball, he could turn around? You know how pissed off you are? That's who we have. That's who the responsibility of taking the ball to the attacker is lying on. Bright Okpo is the reason why we will lose this game. And then the next guy that is supposed to change the direction of the game is Sondolise. But right now, Sondolise's hand is going to be filled with marking Roberto Baggio for 90 minutes. He can't move. He can't shift shit. So Okocha will not do anything. And then we scored first. Amonike, 28 or 18th minute. And they were like, oh, this guy, your prediction. We didn't even watch the game at home. We went to officers' mess, to go watch the game. I was there, sitting. 1-0. And the game was good. It was looking like we're going to win. I mean, Gianfranco Zala came off the bench, got a red card off a foul that I thought Eguavon should have been the one getting the red card. But then, Roberto Musi got the ball on the right. He was driving in, and he got to Baggio, and Baggio hit the ball into the net. And this is why it is significant. I was the only person in that place celebrating. If you see the slap when they give me, I didn't see the second goal now. If you see the slap, it was officer's mess. I didn't know at the time because I just come to Port Harcourt like few months, so I was still new in Port Harcourt. And when they scored the second goal, I was already outside crying. But it's one of most remarkable game. And then number 4 will be at the Nou Camp. Bayern Munich versus Real Madrid versus Manchester United. Fucking shit, man. I've seen football, but not like that. That game was wow. That game was incredible. That game was good. For one reason, Pascals was not in that game. Was not playing in that game. The guy who carried them into the finals, who played the best football of his career, in the semi-finals against Juventus, Roy Keane was not in that game. These are the two guys who make Manchester United of that era. Take them away from Manchester United. Manchester United is dead. The season before, Eric Cantona had retired. In the whole of this season, the goalkeeper, Dashmaka was not really in his best element, and you're playing against a Christian Janka, Kola, with Bayern Munich. I was star-studded. I was fully powered. How? First off, I saw, I always criticize Sir Alex Ferguson of manipulating matches, but this game was pure tactics. Man United won it on tactics. First off, he moved David Beckham into midfield. Later on, the next year, Ghana Nigeria 2000, we saw Bonfrijo do that against Morocco when he put Finidi George in midfield against Morocco at the AFCON. But this was the first time I was seeing that David Beckham, who was a crosser, the ball was not really a fast player, playing in the midfield. And then, Mickey Ball, the team was different. Yeah, Bayern was shelling them, missing us all the chances, wasteful, but they held on. And then Teddy Sheringham came in, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came in. The rest, as I say, is history. That was the game. Colina was the referee in that game. That was a game. Number one. If I don't call this game, I'm really, really stupid. Liverpool at Istanbul against one of my favorite teams, AC Milan. Now, make no mistake about it. Liverpool had a squad. But go back and look at the squad of AC Milan for a minute. Go back and look at experience was there, youthfulness was there, speed was there, skill, everything that was required to play football was there. AC Milan have been in this situation before when they played against Deportivo La Corona, won the first leg 4-0, 4-1, and then Deportivo La Corona came in the quarterfinals of the Champions League and they scored 4 goals. So they've been in this position before. They had all the chances. Of all people who scored first, it was Paulo Maldini, if I'm not mistaken, and Liverpool came back in that game, the Battle of Istanbul, and won. That's my number one football match. I'm sorry, there's no Arsenal game in here, but those are my 5. Like you said, 5, right? Jerry something. Top 5 football. Those are my top 5 football in the world. But if it is just strictly Nigeria, then it is Saudi 89. The Nigeria-Algeria game where we qualified. A lot of people didn't watch that game, but I did because I was not in Nigeria at the time. So I watched the game. You see that back heel pass? Twice we've had that kind of, or 3 times in the history of Nigeria we've had that kind of pass, or 4. So that back heel pass by Amokachi to Finidi to equalize on the 8th of October 1993 would forever stay in my head because it was the day Nigerian football came of age. Like, okay, we are now going to the World Cup. We are going to the World Cup. That's 1. That's 2. Nigeria versus Sudan, the Battle of Omdurman. The game was supposed to be played in Khartoum, then they now moved the game from Khartoum to Omdurman, and it was a terrible place to go play. And we got there, we won that game 4-0. Why everybody remember Yakubu Igweni for the miss against South Korea, I will always remember Yakubu Igweni for the double he scored that day, and that would stay in my head forever. Number 4, Nigerian game that really got me. Nigeria versus Cote d'Ivoire. Michael Basoli and Jotei were the hottest players in African football. We're playing Cote d'Ivoire in the semi-finals. It was raining in Tunisia. It was raining in Nigeria. It was raining everywhere. It was a crazy day. I think it was a Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't know the day exactly, but it was a crazy day. And just got the score. But the movement of Benedict Iroa from left back all the way forward, the exchange with the coach, that's one great game that the coach had again. And scoring that goal, fucking shit. You never see football so beautiful. That's one of the most beautiful football match that I saw as a Nigerian. And then the 5th one, Nigerian football would have to be, I'm sorry, Nigeria versus Brazil, Atlanta 96. I'm sorry, that game is the ultimate. That's like the top of the pile, number 1 for me. This Brazilian team had beaten us in the group stage. This Brazilian team that had Ronaldo, Rivaldo, Ade, Flavio Casacal. Rivaldo in that team. Maybe I'm overreaching. I don't think there's Rivaldo in that team. But, they had everybody. They were up 3-1. They removed Ronaldo da Lima. It doesn't really matter. And Okocha was shit in that game as well. And then we went on to win. Kano Wakwa. That's why I can't criticize Kano Wakwa. Papilo, it made it happen. And going to play against Argentina, I already know we'll win that match. There's no two, it's no leave anything where Ariel think I want to. We go win that match. It's not a conversation to have. Nobody did for that one. So that's my top 5 Nigerian game. But I just had to add the other ones to it so that you know my following of the game. The other one just says Pep love to do a lot of hide and seek with contract signing. Pep will always renew his contract except he noticed a lack of confidence from the board or owner. I knew he will. Jerry Sampson say CAF have increased money women Champions League football. Why Nigerian club aren't taking the opportunity? It's not about taking the opportunity. They get to where they get to. I mean, Edo Quiz just got $300,000. Now make you qualify first. Now that'll be just to take opportunity. Now it's not something you go and pick from ShopRite shop. You have to qualify first. And well, what else do you want them to do? And Emmanuel says, good morning, Atelegbete. Please, can you talk about what Benin Republic players and Raw went through in Libya? Thank you. I reached out to Raw. I wanted to interview him. Again, if you follow me here, I don't do breaking story. I don't do breaking news. I like getting all the details before I can talk about it. I don't want to get half and then somebody, this is the social media era. People don't care about the truth that you say. They look for one mistake. So I can say 99 truth and then one mistake in it. That's what they would amplify. So you need to get your facts right first before you jump into conversation. Remember how Suwa got shredded because she didn't get her fact right and she was tweeting rubbish about our hostage situation in Libya. I don't even follow so much that they do dragging. I like to be very sure of my fact. Again, in media, you also try. I don't know, because today people think that everybody just talk. No. The actors of the game, I'm trying to get them, guy, let's talk. Let's talk about it. Let's get your own experience. So that way people can empathize and people can also understand the width of what happened. And then we can now link it up to what would have happened to Nigeria if we're going to play Libya and we beat Libya, right? Because they were more angry with us than even Benin Republic. And just for a draw, see what happened. But they're not ready to talk yet. There's nothing I can do. I'm sorry. I wish I could, but unfortunately nobody's willing to talk. And if anybody's not willing to talk, I use my airtime for something else. Peter, I wanted to say Gary Lineker alluded to the fact that if John Barnes had started the game, it could have been a completely different outcome for England. Oh, really? Say, to be very, if you go back and watch that, if you're a football person, like, I'm not saying it because John Barnes is a black guy, but John Barnes is far more the most talented football player that played for England after the 1966 World Cup, right? Gascoigne is also freaking talented, but John Barnes doesn't get the hype that he deserves because he's black. Like, for instance, the most hardworking player to ever play in England midfield or English football in the Premier League is Police. But nobody mentioned him as a Premier League great or Premier League legend because he's a black Englishman. You won't give one of the best goal scorers to ever play in the Premier League is right, but he doesn't get the kind of mention that somebody like Alan Shearer gets as well. It's a headache. It's not my business. It's a headache. But I would say here, I watched that game. It's not like I watched that game and I played that cassette. I used to, we used to have a culture in my house where we watch video cassette like back. I played that cassette over and over again. The only player on that field that could take on the entire Argentine defender and slay them was John Barnes. But unfortunately, he didn't start the game early. It was too late. They've been overwhelmed by first off the hand of God goal, then the amazing, mesmerizing prelude of what Messi was to come do with Ankara Messi. The introduction was now too late, but it was still the one that crossed the border to give them that solitary goal. But hey, it happened. Academic said, please rate the coach and Kano as players generally and their stinks in the Super Eagles. So coach is shit compared to Kano, please. I'm not reading this. Like telling me to read Pogba and Zidane. What's that? Leo, coach is shit as far as me I am concerned. Tosin and me talk up. Kano, statistics does not support him. Statistics in the Super Eagles does not support him because he played the 5 Nations Cup, didn't score a single goal. Even a penalty shootout in Ghana, Nigeria 2000, he missed. But people talk about Victor Kweba's miss. The thing is, Kanu Nwankwo sublimeness of his play was not as wasteful as Okocha. In the days where he played and had a shorter stint to the national team compared to Okocha. Okocha's first 10 years was useless now. People pretend like those 10 years now we should erase it from our head, but me, I refuse because it was my coming of age, and I'm never going to forget those 10 years. Those 10 years where Okocha was shitty. No, I'm not going to remember that one. In any other era, in other time, nobody will give you that 10 years. By that time, they don't kick you out of the national team. So what he did in 2004 and 2006 that everybody's hailing him for, those were the years that were not important for me. The years that were important, Okocha did for Nigeria will not qualify for 2006 World Cup. People forget that one. But hey, what's it called? Additional Mama says Battle of Omdurman. That was when you could trust our Super Eagles to dig out results from the devil's den. These them Osime said now no fit. If they go down Omdurman, they forbid the reach 10-0. If now this set now you go play for Omdurman, Sudan for beat us reach 10-0. Like therefore shatter Nigeria with the play ball now. You can't bet on Super Eagles now. No? There was a time where you can beat your chest and say this team no fit beat Nigeria. I don't care who you say you beat. They no fit beat Nigeria. They never reach South Africa where they call way civication they call. You never listen to South African players. They talk the way the Nigerian players describe them. Say why did they not send the footballers? Why are the footballers? Are they the ball boys? Why did they bring the ball boys? If somebody tell you that before match, you don't say you don't lose the match before you play the match. I mean now our players then they should skit. And then I must say Sunday Olisebuke really captured almost all these Nigerian games. Was great reading and bring back these memos for Super Eagles big games. Finally, Peter, I wanted to say it seems you watched the particular episode on the rest is football podcast because all what you are saying is exactly what Lineker said in that episode with no, I'm not saying the funny thing is that I've never thought that anybody, because I just feel like the white people try to run away from the white British people try to run away from that. And I watch Liverpool a lot. So I'm an Arsenal fan, but I watch Liverpool because there was a time when Liverpool actually had greater players. The Steve McManaman, John Barnes, and Rush, then Son of God. I'm a diehard fan of Son of God, Robbie Fowler. Robbie Fowler was to me in England what Gabriel Batistuta was to the Violas, the Fiorentinas and the Argentines. It was just that special kind of player. And Arsenal really didn't, because this was an era where Arsenal was boring. And, it was in the 90s. Arsenal were very, very boring. They used to call them boring Arsenal, if you remember back in the day, right? So if I go to England, I most match of the day, I watch Liverpool's match of the day more than if it is Arsenal. Because Arsenal will score you 2 minutes into the game. They don't lock shop, Arsenal's Graham, that's the worst thing you ever watched. But then it was Liverpool that really had the entertainment because they were moving the game, their transition was good. But don't forget that when I'm in Nigeria, I don't watch Premier League because English football was kick and follow. So you watch there are 3 leagues that I watched growing up the most. The Italian league because of AC Milan. AC Milan was just in a different level. Then later transition to Inter Milan that had Ronaldo da Lima, Zamorano, Avero Recoba. And this time is up. I'm spending too much time talking about this. We'll talk about this maybe on another show because I have a meeting to jump into. But that squad, then you have the Ajax team that was just transitioning from one great player to another great player to another great player to the generations were just rolling over like that. And then you had the German Bundesliga that had freaking value for money in terms of entertainment, great goals, movement. You had all these great players playing. England, the only team you really would watch and enjoy their football was, 80s into the 90s, early 90s was Liverpool. Liverpool had those guys. They were okay. Rivaldo played against Nigeria in Atlanta 96. Good. So you look at that Liverpool team and you're like, wow, why is my team not like this? They were not winning things winning things, but they were just every generation has some great players. McManaman was the first time a player left the club, and I saw people crying for so many reasons. One, he left for free. He was one of the best players. It was freaking fabulous, right? And then Robbie Fowler was, that quick. Remember that quick hat-trick against Arsenal? And then the way he played, it was just, he had this guy. It was the Inzaghi and Batistuta of English football. It was just different, and it was nice. He had this nice, this fine appeal. This, it doesn't have the crazy. It wasn't Vinnie Jones. It wasn't John Fashanu. It wasn't Pro Basley. I know you guys don't know these guys. It wasn't even Matt Letizia. It was just a different. Like it had a South American feel in an English person. It was different. It was the guy you love. And then when it was fading out again, then Michael Owen came in. If you don't like Michael Owen, you're shit. You don't know football, right? And Alan Shearer was scoring goals, but there was no flair. It was like, hey, Hitler. Anytime I score goals, he was putting this up. It was different. But one small boy came out of nowhere, running everybody ragged. He was always scoring goals. You know how crazy he was then? Michael Owen was short. He's not tall. And then you grow up watching every striker that you've seen in your life was 6'2", 6'3", like close to being basketball players. And then one small midget, one rat came out of nowhere, and your head already had Maradona also was a very short guy who took the football world by storm, and this guy was scoring goals. Michael Owen was scoring goals until he had that injury that changed his game. He went from the England Ronaldo da Lima to a fox in the box. And again, he was one of those players who also, I respect Michael Owen because he was able to repurpose his game. Not too many people are able to do that. Not too many people. Eduardo da Silva couldn't when he came back from his injury. So today we really traveled the journey. Let's go to talk about football anyway. For those of us who watch football since we were kids, it's good to flash back to all this memory. Henry, Odeyinuma says Rivaldo played against Nigeria in Atlanta 96. I thought I was getting over myself, but I remember, this is Matthias Abba Jacob say, I'm back to the zone. Owen is the Rolls Royce of strikers during his time. I love watching him. Man, he was. And then you have Manchester United with their resurgent generation. Eric Cantona. They had Andrei Kashevskis because the Ukrainian, Russian. Then they have Mark Hughes. Was a fearless guy. Oh, Jesus Christ. And then they had those small boys that were running like rats on schools. The Bot, Nicky Bot. It's one of that guy that I'm trying to remember his name. And then there was Gary Neville, and that one we get Qatar, Phil Neville. And then there was David Beckham. Fine boy. Extraordinary. Style, swag. He can kick the ball from Australia and give a pass to somebody in Trafalgar Square in England. He can whip a ball from Kalahari Desert and the ball will land straight on top of a coconut tree in the Amazon in Brazil. It was that good. Football don't spoil. Say Bukayo Saka na world-class player. Me, all these boss, all these names they call. I never even go Italy, they go tell you names. I never they call them Zumania Boban, the Robert Prosinecki, Zidane, all the rest. They say Bukayo Saka make me as your organizer. Bye-bye. My name is Sedafi Manchester. You love to come in and look at sports. Bye-bye.